It's great to see you guys today. How's your day been?
Good. How about yours?
Mine's been great.
Not too bad.
So, I want to learn a little bit about your characters. So, tell me a little bit about your characters in the movie. Let's start with Alex.
Oh, so I am coming back as the illustrious Mr. Gray. I was a federal agent, man in black, UFO security guy in the first one. And I'm returning as people doing sequels.
So, you've changed significantly.
I have changed significantly. I started to change in the last one, and we'll just say I've completed that change, and here I am.
And Emma, tell us a little bit about your character, what it was like in this movie.
Yeah, so I play young April, and April's a bit new to the Ombis movies, and my character, you just get to see a little glimpse of the stuff that April's been dealing with in Metzburgh through all the crazy alien attacks and how she overcomes it throughout the rest of the film.
What was the most memorable scene or moment from filming?
Well, filming was incredibly memorable, especially working with a blue screen and doing stunts, which I haven't done. And so I'd say probably my favorite. I had like a whole Ombis creature like on top of me, and I had to fight him off with that bat, and it was really fun. It was like you got like all that in your face action. It was really like a different experience.
Same question for you, Alex. What was the best part of the movie for you?
Oh, wow. Well, coming back, I would just say the best part was just being back on set, working with everybody, and just getting back into the world. Because, it was different. And then returning what was it, like 10, 12 years later is crazy. And the fact that people are actually intrigued and want to know more about the story is even crazier. So, yeah.
What has Mr. Gray been doing then for the last 10 years?
Mr. Gray has been plotting and stewing and just biding his time for the right moment.
I can't wait to see what happens with
I
his character.
know, right? I'm excited too.
Okay, Emma, where did you hear about the role?
I don't really remember where I heard about the role, but I remember lots of emailing back and forth with Adam, and shortly after, like I thought that this project was like perfect for me, and it's just honestly, even though I don't know how I got here, I'm really grateful that I did.
That's awesome. You've worked with Adam before, so what was it like to see how has he transitioned in the last 13 years as a director?
Yeah, a lot has changed, and he's grown. Stories have become more complex. I feel over time, you once you figure things out, you kind of like find your groove, and he's worked himself into his little groove.
He's found his groove. That's great to hear. Emma, what did you find most exciting about it?
Yeah, well, when I first read the script, I just enjoyed seeing April's whole character arc and getting to see like her past trauma through my character, but also like seeing her adult life and how she teams up with Haley and learns that she was never really alone with all this stuff, and that someone is also as empathetic to all of this going on as she was, and finding her like confidant in that. I thought that was really great.
Was it hard to play a character that already exists, that you're playing the young version of that character? Did you find that difficult, like you had to model a certain way or be a certain way?
Yeah, definitely. I was trying to find like the perfect way to like, be that like mature adult character in a way, but not be her, but like see how it leads up to her, because you do see a lot of April like being older in this film, so getting to find a little bit less of maturity, but also like staying grounded as well is definitely a lot.
That's great. Can you tell us a little bit about Mr. Gray's makeup process?
Oh, wow. So I get to wear contacts, which is fun. I put those in myself. I'm actually one of the few actors that likes being like in makeup, because I just feel like it just helps me like really
get into the character. Yeah.
So the change from it was like, in the first one I was just like regular, and then I got kind of gloopy towards the end, and I got some I'm still kind of gloopy, but I got some nice little accoutrements on there. The makeup process, and I've sat through some long ones and some short ones. This was a pretty quick process. I had some appliances, a little bit of airbrushing here and there, but yeah.
Not as painful as people might
Not
think.
as painful as before. Didn't take me as long to get everything off, and I've worked on projects when I've been like completely covered in like clown white.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised, but you're still finding clown white like months later. So
It's hard to get off.
It is really hard to get off. So this was good.
Emma, you got slimed a lot.
I did.
What was it like to get the slime, the feeling of the slime and getting the slime off you and things like that when it came to the end of the film?
Yeah, the slime was definitely a lot. I was covered in it head to toe by the end of the day, but it really, honestly, it wasn't too bad. I found it kind of like, I felt like I was kind of in my character and like in these situations, so it kind of helped me like explore my character in a way because like if I was just not covered in slime, how would I know what it'd be like for an alien to just like, get that all over me?
Makes sense. It's been great to talk to you guys today. Does anybody have any last things they want to share about the movie or their experiences?
I was happy to return. I'm really excited to see this finished product, and I'm really excited to watch it with an audience when it comes out. I just want to see how this expansion of the world goes and, how people receive it.
Yeah. He couldn't have said it better. I can't wait to see it all come together, and people are really gonna love it once they see the finished product.
We look forward to seeing you in the film. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.